Years ago on a late-night walk, when the world was quiet and the streetlights hummed their soft hallelujah, Jesus pulled back the thin veil between seen and unseen. He whispered to my spirit what my eyes had never known, that since my first breath, since the cry that filled that delivery room, 4 angels had stood at attention. 8 feet tall, clothed not in linen, but in readiness, always dressed for battle, not nervous, not distracted, not sleeping, posted at the corners of my life like eternal sentinels. They were there in childhood laughter, there in teenage confusion, there in every hallway I ever walked thinking I was alone. When fear tried to shake my foundation, when sickness tried to write the final chapter, when doubt whispered, "This is the end," they tightened their grip on their swords and reminded darkness it had picked the wrong person. I didn't always see them, but they saw everything. Every tear, every prayer, every silent plea breathed into a midnight ceiling fan. And last night, as the doors of intensive care opened and machines began their mechanical chorus, beep, 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 I saw them again. My 4 warriors surrounding the room, one at each corner, unmoved by monitors, unshaken by reports, unafraid of charts and statistics. 8 feet tall, dressed for battle, eyes steady, peace radiating from them like armor polished by heaven. Yes, I can see them. They don't speak loudly. They don't need to. Their presence is a declaration. Fear cannot cross this line. Anxiety cannot occupy this space. Hopelessness must remain outside the door. Because where heaven stations warriors, peace follows. And as I lay in that hospital bed, tubes and wires trying to define me, I felt something stronger than pain. I felt protected. Not because the storm wasn't real, but because I was not facing it alone. So let the night be dark, let the battle rage in unseen places. Let the ICU lights flicker against the silence. I rest, for since birth I have been covered, since breath number 1 I have been guarded. And when Jesus reveals what's been fighting for you all along, peace becomes more than a feeling. It becomes a fact. 4 angels, 8 feet tall, always dressed for battle. And tonight, they are still standing.